Hello, I'm Landon Bott.
And I'm Katie Harp.
And this is the UFTV Youth News. A student had a metal spoon removed from her stomach by doctors after she accidentally swallowed it while she was eating ice cream. She was on her way back from a meal with her friends when this incident happened. The student had brought an ice cream cup with her and was chatting with her friends while walking back to her dorm room when another friend jumped on her back to greet her. The girl had such a fright that she swallowed the entire 14-centimeter metal spoon.
Now, the student did not see a doctor immediately as she felt only bloated after swallowing the spoon, suffering no obvious pain or discomfort. However, after doing a quick search on the internet, she reportedly realized the consequences that she could suffer if the spoon was left inside of her stomach for too long. She went to a hospital the very next day, and doctors managed to fish out the metal spoon with minimally invasive surgery that involved pulling the spoon back up her throat and out of her mouth in an operation that lasted just 10 minutes. Now, on to some sharks news.
I'm Ryan Strickler, and I'm live. There were 2 shark attacks on the coast of Corolla Beach, North Carolina. The 2 teens were 30 miles of each other. The boy got a minor bite to the arm and leg. He was hospitalized for 1 day. The girl received a bite to the foot and hand. She was rushed to the hospital and was there for a week. She's still recovering from the attack. They identified the shark as a 10-foot bull shark. There are now lifeguards every mile. Now here's Emma with a local fairy tale.
Fairy tale characters have been recently spotted around Ohio. Snow White, the Evil Queen, and Little Red Riding Hood have been spotted in Findlay, collecting money for local charities, but the 7 dwarves are nowhere to be found. Several people have tried to talk to them. Although pleasant in nature, they are only interested in donations. To avoid any confrontation, please have your wallet or purse handy. For those who do not give, can expect a spell of hundreds of iPhones have caught on fire due to the improper use of witchcraft. Some people blame Apple, but others believe it to be caused by Dr. Evil. Scientists have no reasonable explanation for the cause of the iPhones catching on fire. Apple commented on the situation and said they are burning with anger. Once upon a time, producers and fans are not happy about this trickery. Here's Landon with some summer movie news.
Did you know some consider Arnold Schwarzenegger as one of the most important figures in the history of bodybuilding? His legacy is commemorated in the Arnold Classic, an annual bodybuilding competition. Partially because his ownership of gyms, fitness magazines, he has been in numerous contests and award shows. He has written a monthly column for several bodybuilding magazines, such as Muscles, Fitness, and Flex. For many years, his transition from model to actor made him even more memorable in such movies as Total Recall, Predator, and the Terminator series. In fact, Arnold has a new movie coming out this summer called Terminator Genesis, which promises to be a summer hit movie, according to critics. Here is Ian with a story of the more the merrier.
In the heart of Africa, Abumbai II, the Fawn or King of Bafut, Cameroon, has nearly 100 wives. Abumbai says this is a ritual, and the most of his wives were handed down from his father, or were past queens of the country. The tradition of this is that when you're a king, the elderly wives remain to hand down the tradition of the younger wives, and to also teach the king the tradition because the king had been a prince before. Through polygamy is often met with criticism in the West. There are some who deem it a valuable tradition. Sony Matthew, reporter for CNN's African News, reported there was more to practice than meets the eye. We might be quick to judge the lifestyle of the kings, but just like in the United Kingdom, African kingdoms, and kings are bound to a rich culture and history. Practices like an inheritance of all your father's wives is a moral obligation, said Matthew.
She also observed that many of these kings are highly accomplished. When she met the queens of Fon Ndufu Zofia II of Bumbango, one of Cameroon's youngest traditional rulers, Matthew stated that all his young wives were great marketers and spoke fluent English in a French-speaking region. It is this contradiction that makes life in the Fondom fascinating and confusing. Are they stuck in the past or keeping pace with the present? Fawn Zofia III doesn't think you have to choose. He may have inherited 72 wives and more than 500 children after his father's death, but he considers himself a very modern king. Now here is Shayna with some magical news.
Harry Potter, the fictional wizard, has arrived in the real world. A muggle, a person who is not magical, saw him attempting to fly away from rival wizard Malfoy. Malfoy has seen pushing Harry Potter off of his broom. To our dismay, he succeeded by using a powerful spell. It has been 10 days since the incident, and the famous wizard is nowhere to be found. J.K. Rowling has not commented on the situation. What does this mean for the future of Hogwarts? How will young wizards learn to cast spells and master potions? The fate of the wizarding world is in the hands of Harry Potter, and only he can provide those answers. Now to some royal news.
Queen Elizabeth II died yesterday, June 24th. Government officials are still investigating her loss. Some speculate she died of old age. Others believe she has been targeted by foreign terrorist organizations. The Queen was born on the 21st of April, 1937. Newly crowned King William and his mate Kate are mourning as well as celebrating her life. I am glad that she got to meet our two children, said William. The family has planned a royal burial for the Queen. The funeral will consist of 2 pianists, a set of bagpipes, and 3 violinists, but no harpsichord. President Obama, as well as several U.S. officials, will be in attendance. Now let's toss it over to Ryan, who will be talking about cinema royalty.
The Star Wars saga continues on December 18th, 2015, with the release of the new movie The Force Awakens. The actors playing their original characters from the popular trilogy will be in the new movie, including Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher. The new Star Wars movie is being filmed in the United Kingdom. Unfortunately, Harrison Ford broke his ankle in an airplane accident, so they will be filming most of his scenes from waist up until he heals. The movie is directed by the infamous J.J. Abrams, who also directed Star Trek in 2013. There will be some changes in the new movie compared to the previous movies. One change is that the stormtroopers will have a new slick look. Now over to Shayna with some canine news.
A man was attacked by his own dog in Orlando, Florida, while getting his mail. Neighbors say that when owner Dale Johnson went to get his mail with his pit bull, the dog lunged at his leg, mistaking him for a United States postal worker. The man said the dog is old and his eyes aren't what they used to be. The dog had no comment, but the owner thinks because he and the postal worker smell similar, the dog playfully mixed them up. Luckily, the owner suffered no major injuries. The post office has been warned. Now here is Katie to talk about edible Legos.
The Lego company is changing their bricks from plastic to chocolate due to the amount of people consuming them. Mark Ruffalo said that he eats the bricks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Lego has not yet confirmed what kind of chocolate they're using. It has been speculated that they will use Merc, which is a mix between dark and milk chocolate. According to the company, they are going to create several Lego sets, including Chocolate City, Chocolate Wars, and Chocolate Circus. Fans are certainly excited. Scientists speculate that the creation of these new Lego sets will result in obesity and high blood sugar levels. Keep eating, America!
The game Assassin's Creed is real. They made the game to help raise funds for recruiting members to join their hidden base in the Arizona desert. Their objective is to send their assassins to many places, such as DC, Paris, and London. If interested, they are recruiting many people in London.
Thank you for watching. I'm Landon Bott.
And I'm Katie Harp.
And this is UFTV Youth News.